Entertainment, I think, is very important at a wedding because at the end of the day, it's the thing which people will remember about the wedding is how good a time they had. And how good a time they had is very closely related to the entertainment at a wedding. People, although things like the food and the wine you order are very important things to get right, they're not the things that people will stick in people's mind at the end of the day. I'm a silhouette artist, which means I attend not just weddings but all kinds of events, cutting portraits out of paper with a little pair of scissors, and which is a very simple thing to do. It's a very old English tradition, and it goes down very well. I work very fast. Typically I can cut a silhouette out in about 1.5 to 2 minutes. So at an average wedding I'll go around a fair portion of all the guests and cut out little portraits for them as a souvenir to take home. The usual comments are, don't make my nose too big, or don't do the double chin, and those kind of things. But in actual fact I can be quite kind sometimes with those kind of things and yet still retain a likeness. The important thing for me is to get the likeness right, because I want, when I hold a silhouette up, I want everyone to say, oh look, it's him, or it's her, you've got him. But I find that the likeness resides in the whole shape of the head and the way it relates to the neck, rather than simply in the sort of the chin or the nose or anything like that. The trick, people often ask me that, and there isn't really a trick. I think all I can say is it's a lot of hard work and a lot of practice. I've always enjoyed drawing from a very early age, and I taught myself to cut silhouettes by adapting my drawing skills. But it took many, many thousands of silhouettes before I could say they were consistently would look like the people that I was portraying. In the early days I used to do like one good one and then one not so good one, and that's not a good thing to have at a wedding. But when you get to the stage where 95% of them look like the people, and people will hold them up and they'll say, wow, that's him, you got her, then that takes a lot of hard work. Yes, there are an awful lot of magicians around, and there's some very good magicians and some less good. So by all means, I think a magician is a good thing to book at a wedding. Make sure you book a good one, because there's nothing worse than a bad magician. Come to think of it, there's nothing worse than a bad silhouettist either.